Bob Henson, you are the author of The Thinking Person's Guide to Climate Change. And you also did one that's probably a lot of people have is the Rough Guide to Climate Change, right?
That's right. So Rough Guide to Climate Change had 3 editions from 2006 to 2011. The Thinking Person's Guide to Climate Change is essentially the 4th edition of that same book.
Right. And then you also did the Rough Guide to Weather, which is still out there.
You can find it on Amazon. It's a little hard to find now, but I also wrote a book on the history of TV weather called Weather on the Air.
Right, and you put me in it too.
I certainly did, yes.
That's right. Now, you have been with the National Center at Atmospheric Research for quite a while at UCAR. Mm-hmm. You're now going new places, right?
I certainly am. I'm going to be a weather and climate blogger for the Weather Underground, a website, Wonderground.
Do you think that, I mean, what's the explanation for the fact that weather is so popular online?
Well, I think there's many variables. One of them is, I think, more and more being a mobile society. We're interested not only in the weather where we live, but the weather that our friends and neighbors and loved ones are experiencing in many different places. So there's the fascination with what's happening in your neighborhood, but also people are inherently interested in what's happening in other places because either they know people there or just the sheer amazingness of weather and the fact that we can see video now from many different places in real time practically.
The public is pretty confused about climate, aren't they? I mean, do you think so?
I think to some extent people are. I think there's the difference between the fact that greenhouse gases are having an effect on our planet and the immediate local effects and to what extent those can be attributed to climate change. And there are legitimate questions about which local effects are related or aren't related, how related they are to climate change. But the big picture is pretty clear that we're putting amazing amounts of greenhouse gas in the air and it's having an effect on our planet and warming up our climate and affecting precipitation. And I think people generally get that part of it. There is some confusion about the extent to which they think scientists believe this. There's far more scientific agreement than I think the public realizes.